What it is, what it do, cyber world. Welcome to the Ash Said It Show. I'm your host, Ash Brown. We appreciate all of the love and support. Over 1,800 episodes, 500,000 streams, and 100,000 downloads. That is all on part of you guys, all your support, all of your love, all the shares, all the cares. It makes a huge difference, okay? It makes a huge, huge difference. My favorite month, maybe because it's my birthday month, is coming up. April. A really awesome place. Yes, Cattle Shed Wine and Steak Bar is doing a new dinner event monthly. So I got their general manager, Chris Reid, with me today. Hey, Chris.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing today, Chris?
Amazing. How are you?
I am doing pretty awesome. So, Chris, let's talk about how this new event came to be. Where did it come from?
Well, I spent a lot of years chasing people having a lovely dinner with a lovely wine. And it was never the focus. Food was always the focus. And that's fun. And that's what people are used to. But when you go into a wine dinner mode, we literally taste the wine itself, the chef and I, Chef Olivia, who's also equally, if not more amazing than me. And then we build the menu around what we taste. So we do it in a way where the focus remains on the actual wine, and you get to really set off its little nuances and make it a unique and different event than a traditional dinner ever could be.
Right. I love that. What can people expect at this first dinner, April the 5th?
Well, we're doing something that people are it's a Camus wine dinner, but we're focusing on the wines that people don't always get to try from that family. It's a Wagner family. They've had a large years of success in the wine industry.
Right.
And they picked some different wines that they're making now out of the love and passion for things outside of California. They are well renowned for their Cabernet, and so we have different wines. We're doing a 4-course. The first course is going to feature one of their sparklings. It is a wine that has Chardonnay and Pinot Noir in it, the two traditional styles of grapes normally found in Champagne. And it's done in a traditional style, which is really important.
Yeah.
Champagne, a lot of times, can be made in various ways. A lot of times, they call it the Chamart process, where they just insert CO2 into a giant tank like soda, and you end up with these giant bubbles. Well, traditional is they take the wine and they dose it, as they say, dosage, if you want to sound fancy, with a little sugar and yeast and create the bubbles inside the bottle. So they're much smaller, and it creates what they call a mousse, and it's more creamy, rich, and delicious. And so that's our first wine. The second one is going to be Australia. It's going to be primarily Shiraz with a small amount of Cabernet. Most wines, people don't realize, at least in places like California, is 75% of the actual grape, and anything else could be after that. So what happens is they do, in this case, a lot of Shiraz, which is going to give you a little bit of a peppery note, a little bit of a spice, a little bit of a nice fruit, and they give it a little depth and character by adding a small amount of Cabernet Sauvignon to it, which is going to be the lower notes, the driving force, gives it a little bit more weight and intensity. And that's going to be one of our other courses, and that's called the Transit from Red Scooter, which is one of their wineries. They actually bring the grapes, interesting enough, they bring the grapes to California to get crushed in Camus, which is unusual because most things are made in the area that they're grown.
Right.
And so that's always a little, leave it up to Camus and Wagner family to do something their own way. And then another one is going to be a Malbec, which is Argentine, and I think a lot of people are really falling in love with that grape, and this is a great example of that. I call it a velvet hammer, which is like a smooth intensity. It's like putting on socks straight from the dryer. It just has that comfort feel to it.
Yes.
And, right? And you can tell I take myself too seriously.
You know a lot. You got a lot of knowledge there, Chris. I love that you're just spewing that to us, because I know you got another title besides GM. I love it.
Let you know what you get. No surprises. No blind dates at Cattle Shed. And then Bonanza is the last course. It's Cabernet Sauvignon based out of California. And that appears on a lot of Camus lists. You can actually subscribe to wineries and get certain wines. And this one's a bit of a gem. It doesn't get out near as much. So we have a fun little 4-course offering. We're also going to sneak in dessert as well. And we make the wine the star and make sure the food dances appropriately all around the experience of the wine.
Yes, it sounds fabulous. I cannot wait to come out there and hang with you guys. It's going to be an amazing night. Now, are you all still taking reservations? I'd imagine.
We are. Okay. We are. We're going to top this one out probably around 25. Okay. So it's not the biggest room. Our restaurant is actually a very smaller restaurant. It's 15 tables.
Right.
The reason we call it a bar instead of a steakhouse is there's a sense of intimacy built into the experience. We're not a giant steakhouse with 160 seats and all the pomp and circumstance. It's just a great escape. It's sort of like a steak-focused local bistro where you just have amazing food, but you can order whatever you want.
Right.
So that these dinners go along with that as well. We're kind of designed for that in the beginning. You can actually call the restaurant and make a reservation, or you can contact me directly via email, which is going to be another option for you. And then lastly, you can always find us on social media, and there's always contacts there as well.
I love it. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today and dropping some knowledge on us on that monthly dinner and wine event that you guys are going to be hosting. Very exclusive. I like that.
Well, I appreciate you coming out so you can see it more intimately. And I think the guests so far, I think, would be amazed by how we make those two items, food and wine, come together in a different way.
Definitely looking forward to that. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.